yet to reveal his deadliest servant. The one who would lead Mordor's armies in war. The one they say no living man can kill. Slay them all. What of the wizard? I will break him.
And I intend to break Mr. Bellin by the end. Well, we are going to have... I don't think it's going to be that bad today. He's not going to say too many utterly asinine things. But then again, this is Bellin. He might surprise me. Joining me today are my wonderful guests. Allow me to bring them in.
No, I'm not finished with my scratching post yet. Hello, guys.
Hello. And welcome also, Dr. Notcrow.
Hello, I am Zolfat.
Very funny.
But it's funny. I am clearly Danish girl. You're so rude.
Oh dear, it seems as though Tommy Wiseau has invaded this stream. Yeah, I was like, very funny. Let me break.
She's gonna kill me for that.
How did you
Drake.
do that? I didn't see you change your name back because my intro was playing.
The little three-dot square in your hand.
That'll work.
Yeah, like for instance, let me see, where is my? Oh, I mean,
We killed him.
Oh no, done. Come back.
Yeah, the stream is yours.
What? No,
We can do something fun.
no. I want to scratch Bellin.
All right. There's a joke about scratching Bellin, but okay.
He's my scratching post, obviously.
Johan just got here and disappeared.
No, we've just started, Johan. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's see what happened.
What was Zen doing again?
I don't know. was going to show something off.
I have no idea. Oops. Well, we can't really suffer through framing monsters since no one else has the book, so. And I'm glad I don't have the book. Oh, hey, Burf.
Burf.
Hello, John Lindley.
King Kong matter.
There's some new stuff in memes. I hope Dunn picks it up.
I hope so.
Hopefully Dunn comes back. Oh, this is a weird one. He's going to show something. I wonder if he accidentally unplugged his computer or something. If something. Oh, no.
I hear that you've been bad-mouthing my book. I hear you've been
bad-mouthing. Why?
I hear you've been bad-mouthing my book.
Yeah.
The book sucks. And you should feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Zoe, turn back into Dr. Crow, please.
I'm not Dr. Crow. I'm Zoe. You can tell by accent. Very good impression.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to leave to change your.
I thought I would surprise you all. I dropped out for comedic effect. I just wanted to see how you guys would react.
If it's not funny, done.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was.
This is very weird. I'm changing back.
Yeah. I also have this one just in case.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Say Danny kind of forgot.
Well, Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces, but they certainly haven't forgotten about her.
You want to great expectations.
Yeah. I also put my name as like David Benioff on the Anomaly Inc. stream just cuz. But I also did this one. Yeah. Well, you want to know how the Red Wedding happened? It was because I wanted to utilize actual historical events in my fantasy book. Thank you very much. And also thank you to these two jackwagons for ruining my book series. Thank you very much. Very much. This has been Playing with Avatars with Dunn and the rest. And we seem to be joined.
You're a fuckwit.
You do a very bad impression of Shiny Crow.
I cannot. You're going to show this to all of them now, aren't you?
Probably. Well, it's funny. Yeah.
Not a joke. Identity theft affects millions of people every year.
Yeah.
Identity theft is not a joke, Crow.
That's the quote.
Alrighty. So, what we've been talking about is the anti-technological discourse of the Wizard of Oz, the and class conflict.
Oh,
I guess.
Fucking no fun.
Thankfully, this should be relatively short. We only have he hasn't been saying anything too stupid, so yeah. We're gonna get into the really dumb stuff when he starts talking about aliens in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's gonna be real
Aliens fun. Or alien? Because I keep hearing you waffle on that.
I think both.
Oh, fantastic!
Franchise, pretty much in whole.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, well, everything after 2 isn't canon, so shut up.
I have not seen any of the Alien movies. I just know exactly what happens in all of them. Yeah. Just wait, John Lemley. Like, I think that much as the Saurian cinema was bad, I think like he only made put in the 100th part of the, or at least like a 10th of the utter asinine like word salad crap in that. Alrighty. Okay. So, in exploring this issue, i.e., the service of technological dominance and alienation, it would of course be reckless to ignore the ways in which Oz differs from kindred fantasies of the 1930s. Notably lacking in urgency and irony that animate most technological dystopias, Oz presents itself as no more than a moving picture book, or at most a tongue-in-cheek satire of contemporary trends. It kind of is, unironically. Oh, space junk. Oh, which one?
Space junk, why? Why? You had brain cells.
Why?
You're never getting those brain cells back.
No, you're not. You're not getting that time back either. Why would you do that to yourself?
Some of them aren't bad. Like, some of them are okay. It just depends on which one, since they seem to turn their brains off intermittently or use their brains way too hard. Oh dear. So, revolutionary donkey? Is that a meme?
Oh, that's something that happened on my stream.
Okay, somebody make that a meme. Somebody make that a meme.
Already happened.
It's already happened.
Oh, lovely. Okay, cool.
Apparently,
post it, please.
Shrek represents the working class people. Fiona is the proletariat, and Donkey is the revolutionary.
I do not get how that happened, but eh.
Oh, wow.
Well, to be fair, the speaker sounded like she was friggin' 8 years old, so.
We thought it was a parody at first, but no, that's actually what those people think.
These people are
Good
stupid.
God.
That or it's a really stealthy parody.
Yeah.
Like a really stealthy parody.
Okay. Yet the film's anti-technological discourse helps one see the satire, however frothy, as considerably more complex and politically grounded than it is normally credited as being. It's not political, it's economic. There is a difference. The film's material relationship to the technological society it fantasizes, that is, proves central in identifying its logical relationship to the technological society of which it was a part. And in this respect, to excuse Oz's ideology on the grounds that the film is an innocent fantasy is to accept precisely the means by which the ideology seeks to operate unremarked and unchallenged.
Did you read this before, or is he just making the same goddamn point over and over again?
I think I read this already.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I think I read this already.
Either you have read it before,
yeah.
It's the same point over and over again. Seeing how the majority of this chapter has just been a bogus history lesson.
Well, I did read it again. This was the last paragraph I read before we finished. Yeah, I forgot where we were, but at least to give some context.
Yeah.
One
at least
way.
There's that.
Yeah, but he doesn't give context. I'm still interested to. So which School of Movies podcast did you listen to, Space Junk? I still want an answer to see how much empathy I need to give you.
Or not.
I've listened to every single one of them for the most part. There are some that I'm just like, I'm not interested in learning about. I'm not interested in you talking about this movie, so I'm just going to skip this. One way to explore Oz's cultural work, the most readily apparent one that will and one that will open up other yet more productive values, is to locate its anti-technological discourse within the narrow context of the 1930s Hollywood struggle for control of its own technological future. Why?
This is so dumb. I don't understand what this guy doesn't like about technology. Surely he used a computer to write this book.
Yeah.
I don't think he hates it. I think that he is just reading weird things into it.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah, the question is, why is he reading weird things into it?
I guess we're going to find out. The existence of cinema, as Neil writes and as Oz amply illustrates, is premised upon the existence of certain technologies. The film industry is not simply reliant on, but inseparable from technological knowledge, structures, and processes that seemed to audiences in 1934 and continue to seem to audiences today representative of a utopian covenant. What?
I don't know,
What?
nor do I really care.
The film.
I know what all these words mean individually, but why is he stringing them together in such a stupid way?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Oh,
I
the
don't
last.
understand.
Oh, the last unicorn. That was not bad. The worst. The last unicorn one. Yeah, they're not that bad. That's not that bad. It's okay. It's not bad. Yeah.
Did not like that movie.
It's got its
Pretty.
charm, but it's got some problems.
Yeah. It's a real pretty movie, though.
Yeah.
It is. It's got some nice music.
Yeah, a lot of the people who worked on it would go on to work with Studio Ghibli.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I think basically what he's saying is, like, I don't understand. I think I understand what he's saying is basically film industry is inseparable from tech. And apparently it's because of its good thing, because of what it is, it's part of utopian covenant with the masses.
I still did not understand that.
I still
So
don't get it.
because we have fancy technology to make our movies, it's a promise that you're going to get fancy technology in your
I
homes.
think
That's
Kinda
not a
happened.
promise. That's inevitability. Everybody gets increasing technology unless the government is truly well fucked.
is this book an academic journal? I think that it is. It was published by a university. It's a sorry excuse for one, and it's really stupid. Thankfully, like, this has not been totally stupid. We've been able to get through it. We've been able to get through a lot of it fairly quickly because most of this stuff is just like
Fap it.
vapid. We haven't gotten to the bad stuff yet. We haven't
Yeah.
gotten to, well, we had bad stuff last week. This is kind of a reprieve, I guess, from the utter stupidity.
There's a lot less of the King Kong was that black guy who stole my girlfriend in high school.
Yeah.
Once you go
Yeah.
Kong, you can't go back.
Once you go Kong, you can't go wrong.
There you go.
Let's use that one. Somebody do that. This book is a meme factory. Why does anybody take this seriously?
And every
I
time I
wish I
hear
knew.
Covenant nowadays, all I can think of is Halo.
Halo, yeah.
Maybe I'm just weird, but I always, like, my mind goes to Alien Covenant.
Yeah, that's Halo.
Yeah, that is weird.
No, Alien Covenant, the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm familiar.
I've never seen it. I've just heard it, and that it's apparently the worst Alien movie.
Which is saying quite a bit.
Yeah.
What is Michael Fassbender's power for being this really good actor who is in all of these most terrible, terrible movies?
Thank you. I'm glad. I would choose Paul W.S. Anderson over AJ.
What did Anderson do?
Well, I think he did. I think he tried to get him Three Musketeers movie off the ground, and he's also the Resident Evil guy.
Okay, I knew he was a
Oh,
Resident
yeah.
Evil guy. I just didn't know if he did anything since.
I think his only good movie is Event Horizon.
Oy.
Yeah, at least when Anderson sucked, he didn't drag the franchise down with him. He could suck in isolation.
Yeah. Oh, he was the Mortal Kombat guy as well.
Wow, that explains so much.
And I think, was he with Mortal Kombat Annihilation? I don't remember, because Mortal Kombat Annihilation is stupid beyond words.
I don't think I even saw that one.
I haven't seen it. I just saw Nostalgia Critic review, and it's just like fight scene after fight scene after fight scene that are decently choreographed, I guess, but there's no plot. And the CGI is so bad.
It was bad in the first one.
It's even worse in the second one. It looks like it looks like Blarf. It looks worse than Blarf from Lost in Space.
Anyway, we should probably keep going, otherwise we will fill the time with 9 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was during the 1930s that Hollywood's vision of technological utopia came under assault by another version. The New Deal government's ideal of technological planning, which attempted to impose on the film industry as on other industries through a battery of legal challenges and executive actions. In 1935, for example, the Wagner Act made possible the unionization of Hollywood's technical personnel. The revolution the major studios fearlessly but unsuccessfully resisted. The following year, the Roosevelt administration undertook to requite the corporate interests that had discovered the polemical uses of film. That's interesting choice of words.
Polemical?
Yep.
Spell?
Polemical.
Okay, so it is like it sounds.
Mm-hmm. The 1936 message, the film, the 1936 message, quote unquote message film, the plow that broke the plains, which fingered unregulated corporate technology unregulated corporate technology for despoiling the nation's heartland, can be usefully placed beside Oz, with its final image of Kansas as pre-industrial Arcadia. Wait.
I don't want to think about industrial technology being fingered.
Like,
yeah, no.
Just say, point the finger, you idiot. And yes, I
use
think
fingered. Fingered has a very different connotation.
Yeah. I think Blue. Silly is. I'd say silly is a compliment.
Silly.
This is silly is a compliment to this book. It doesn't do it the levels of idiocy and this of kind of weirdness in this book. Like justice, I'd say. In 1937, meanwhile, through Roosevelt's subcommittee on technology did not specifically name Hollywood among those industries that were overripe for federal supervision. The following message from the subcommittee's report could not be more pointed. When to the spoken word is added to the living image, the effect is to magnify the potential dangers of a machine which can subtly instill ideas, strong beliefs, profound disgusts, and affections. There is a danger from propaganda entering our schools, and perhaps greater danger from propaganda entering the home. What does this have to do with friggin' Wizard of Oz?
I wish I knew.
Technology might enable wrongthink.
I want to point something out. Johan said fingered is not the right word here. This is really bad English.
Yeah.
The man who
It
wrote this book
is.
is an English. Let me finish, Neph.
Mhm.
The guy who wrote this book is an English professor, correct?
Yes.
If I'm right,
Supposedly.
English is Johan's third language. He understands English better than the English professor.
Yep.
English,
Ouch.
motherfucker, do you speak it?
You poor man, DB. I could be finished.
Ouch.
Hey, Ken. Good to see you.
Hello, Ken.
Yep. Silly. Alrighty. Basically, it's the thing of the Like, basically, these idiots were using this thing of the children. Great.
Oh God, no! Please
Back
no.
in, yeah. Or at least like that's since what he said was a quote from a subcommittee back in the 30s. Though eventually we will be past the 30s and go into past the 30s, and eventually we will be in the 30s again in about 10 years.
30s. Woo!
Yeah. If we survive that long.
Let's hope it starts off better than 20s.
Yeah, hopefully. Um, and finally, in 1938, capping an investigation into Hollywood's projectionist distribution system, The Year of Oz is released. 99% of the movies shown in MGM-owned theaters had been produced by the 5 major studios: MGM, RKO, Paramount, 20th Century Fox, and Warner Brothers, effectively barring independent production companies from exhibiting their own films.
Ha! That's really aged well, considering now that everything's produced by Disney.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, he's saying The Year of Oz is released. 99% of movies were shown in those.
Yeah,
Most
and
of
now it's
those.
gotten worse.
Yeah, it's now like 3 major studios with a bunch of smaller independent places.
Needs to be hit with the Monopoly hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
The Justice Department filed an antitrust suit against the majors. Against the studios. Why majors?
Why is
Why
he
did he say
talking
majors? I don't know. Well, he said the majors. Why did antitrust suit against the majors?
Does he mean the major
I think so.
studios?
I think so.
Continue on to the next page.
Let me see. Majors.
I see Arcadia from here.
Against the majors. Yeah, it just ends. It's not the major Hollywood or just the majors. Why do you talk this way? Why do you talk like
Nobody talks this way, Crow.
nobody talks this?
Nobody writes this way.
He wrote this way so that everyone would be so confused that they wouldn't be able to go, no, you're being dumb.
Yeah, it's like it's just like it's like this is a non sequitur. It's like this doesn't affect anything about the movie. You're trying to tie things that don't correlate. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's not.
It's so
Alrighty.
Ugh.
Hollywood, in short, was engaged throughout the 1930s in defining and defending its vital interests in technology against federal legislation and litigation and competition. So I guess it's basically like Oz is to show that the tech that Hollywood could be anti-tech, kind of like
What?
how I think that's what he's arguing in order to keep it going. Maybe,
Please, no.
maybe, and like
Hollywood
kind of like,
likes technology.
or at least that like saying to the government, no, it's okay. We're not gonna do dumb things with tech. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ugh.
that's what I'm thinking. Thus, one way to view the dystopianism of Oz is to attribute it to the film industry's
Again, Oz is not a dystopia.
Yeah.
It's a utopia.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
dystopia would be Kansas, where Dorothy came from.
Yeah.
Or where the witch rules.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Ugh.
To attribute it to the film industry's hostility, not toward technology as such, but to planned applications of technology. What? Toward the government machinery of the New Deal, the mechanics of collectivism, and the brain trust wizards whose supposed goal was an all-embracing totalitarian state
What?
in which the citizen is but a robot. All
What?
expressions that conservative critics use to criticize, characterize, and caricature the Roosevelt administration. Okay, this sentence was
Which
too-
Roosevelt's administration?
Holy
I don't understand.
fuck. Okay, you need to say which Roosevelt you're talking about, because there were 2 President Roosevelts, Bellin.
And they
Is
were
the
quite
Roosevelt-
different from
considering
each
it's
other.
the 30s. Well,
Considering it's the 30s, it was probably the
FDR.
probably FDR, but still,
So,
you need to say which Roosevelt,
so
or because it's very easy to get both Roosevelts switched around. It's very
So-
easy because they have the
so-
same name.
so,
And I think-
No! No!
Oh
no!
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 Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Get him away from our D&D movies.
no,
Get him away
no,
from
no, no,
everything.
no, it's worse. No, it's worse. Benioff and Weiss are teamed up with Ryan Johnson to do the 3-body problem on Netflix.
It's almost the problem.
It's the trinity of bad.
It's the three
Get them
body
away
zero
from
brain problem.
D&D. Get all 3 of them
Oh.
away from D&D.
No, you don't understand. Is 3-body problem even D&D?
No,
'Cause
it's
D&D
an alien movie.
Yeah.
So, D&D, what he's referring to is Dan and David Benioff and Dan Weiss, D&D.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, it's not actual D&D, Neph.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't worry, Wizards is ruining that on their own.
Yeah, they don't need any help.
Oh my god. So, we got
We have the showrunners of the worst ending of the show ever.
man who pretty much single-handedly killed Star Wars.
Yeah.
If that's not a franchise killer before it even gets off the ground, I don't know what
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
The only
because
thing that's keeping Abrams from this project is the fact he hates Ryan Johnson.
yeah.
Yeah, and he hates Ryan Johnson because of what he did to the second Star Wars movie.
Not that it was good to begin with. But
Well, yeah.
He just made it, but Ryan retroactively makes it worse.
yeah, at the very least, it could have been okay. We had a weak start, but
We could have ended up having another prequel deal where it's not good, but at least it's fun.
yeah.
But no, Ryan Johnson came and shat in the middle of it all. Ugh.
he stabbed the birthday boy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like
Happy
no, it's
birthday
like
to you. I stabbed you with a knife. Now I'm eating
Yeah.
your cake. Why is everybody angry at me? I subverted your expectations.
yeah.
But he's died instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's-
So the people who have claimed in public that they don't read script manuals because they make them feel stupid, along with the guy who absolutely abhors world building.
There are a few
That's
other
not a
people-
recipe for disaster.
Who
Oh
are we?
no! Of
There
course
are-
it's not. Ugh.
Well, you got a good reaction out of us, Stevie. It's totally fine. It's like we have, maybe like just say Benioff and Weiss. Since Neph just automatically thought, oh, D&D, Ryan Johnson, no, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
no. My reaction would have been no matter what he put there. But the no is not just no now, it's hell no.
Yeah, it's like I will not pay money to watch anything these men make.
No,
Like
I won't either.
yeah,
I don't even want to watch Knives Out, and I know exactly where I can watch it because it should be and is on that one site I found.
I'd be interested to just chat about it sometime to just kind of get our opinions of it, since I think that it's vastly overrated. It's got a lot of it's like it's enjoyable, I guess, the first time you watch it, but then when you think about it, ouch, like it falls apart. And like I've listened to the Critical Drinker and EFAP crew talk about it on Critical Drinker Live and the Knives Out video response stream, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't like disagree with any of the things that you're saying. Yeah.
Let's see. I've heard people say, "Oh, Knives Out is not a bad movie." This is the guy who absolutely hates world building. This is the guy who's not going to do any world building at all, and you think his movie is good?
Well,
not bad, let's say.
Well, it's kind of like you don't necessarily need to world build in a
whodunit kind of thing.
Yeah, but the issue is all of the law enforcement in this movie are stupid,
and
they don't. Yeah.
Just listening to other people talk about it, I think
it's
the
just
police are incompetent. And
it's basically like Rian Johnson just kind of it's Rian Johnson doing Rian Johnson things. Like Looper's the same way, Last Jedi's the same way, and Knives Out's the same way.
It reminds me of Worm and Wilbo.
Yeah,
where authority is just completely incompetent.
Yeah,
and that's not really true in whodunit.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
At least we only have 7 pages to read.
5 actually.
Yay! We already got there too.
Yay!
Yeah. Such a reading can lead even more deeply into the film's ideological work, beginning with the observation of vision of a centralized technocracy against which Oz testifies.
What?
However, it might be applied to the New Deal's projected society, applied to 1930s Hollywood, which Charles and Mary Beard described in 1939 as a system of, quote, huge financial corporations with expensive mechanical devices at their command. Wait, what?
How is the New Deal? I'm trying to wrap my head around how the New Deal predicted any kind of prosperity. The whole slogan of it was a chicken in every pot. And that was basically saying that we're not going to excel, but we're at least going to stop you from drowning. That was even theoretically the point. Now, of course, it failed. There needed to be a second New Deal and a world war before we ever crawled our way out of that crap. But
yeah, but at least he tried. At least he tried.
The New Deal promised any kind of prosperity. No, not really.
Nope.
Hello, Alex.
What are you guys talking about? Listening to this book is amazing.
Oh no, we're losing him.
Oh, go.
Quick, get the straight jacket.
Yeah, Johan. I'm not sure how no world building in a movie works.
I think that like Ryan just needs to. Yeah, you can. I think that Ryan actually just doesn't work well with writing plots.
Ryan doesn't work well
with writing documentaries.
Well,
Ryan doesn't work well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he needed someone else to write the plot for him.
Somebody needed to do his job for him.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about being a director is that the director is supposed to tell other people how to do their jobs.
Yeah. So much information not in how not to write a book.
Yeah. It's like
Alrighty.
I used to be pretty bad with prose, but I was never, ever, ever this bad.
Yeah.
Thank God I was never this bad.
Yeah, he's a decent enough director. I think he's a terrible writer. He has like his jokes aren't often landing, and
Yeah, keep him away from the writing and just have him direct people.
Yeah, or just pick shots, because his shots are not bad, and his editing is actually very good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will die on this hill. Last Jedi
So-
and Knives Out are pretty movies. They are beautiful to look at, but they are awful in every
They have
like,
no
even-
substance whatsoever.
It is
They
literally
have substance abuse.
And even like I know like he put like an alt-right troll in his movie and deliberately called him an alt-right troll. Doesn't even do any alt-right troll thing. Like, I guess he kind of looks like Ben Shapiro, but
That's what he tried to do. It's just
he doesn't
Uh,
even know what he's making fun of.
yeah, he
No,
doesn't.
he does like alt-right, like people calling names. That's not the alt-right. Like, I
That's
don't
name
like
calling.
the alt-right. Yeah, I don't like the alt-right. The alt-right's way worse.
Yeah,
He's
and
not,
it's just yeah.
He's
Keep-
not even like
keep
the
Ryan
worst-
Johnson away from the writing. I don't
Yeah.
care where you put him, just don't put him on the writing team because he sucks at writing.
That's a good point. The alt-right is definitely not a fan of. Oh, I guess I'm interested to see since Ben Shapiro is not alt-right as far
No,
as
he's not. He's
He's
libertarian.
Jewish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
yeah.
I
so
used
it's
to listen
weird.
to his
it's weird.
podcast, and
It's-
I think his review of The Last Jedi was the first thing I'd ever seen of his.
Same with mine.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, do you?
yeah.
They want.
No!
No!
No! No!
I've never
No!
seen that
No!
twice
That
in
will
my life.
definitely
I will not
destroy
do it
our
a third
brains.
time.
That will definitely destroy our brains. No.
Or 50 Shades of Grey. Which is
No.
worse, 50 Shades of Grey or My Immortal?
Can we read Ergon instead?
My Immortal is kind of like fan fiction's answer to The Room. It's so gloriously awful.
No,
No, we're not going to.
Please, I've done it twice now. I do not want
Why did you do that to yourself, Crow?
There's this group that I used to watch called Hellfire Comms, and they used to do Let's Plays, and they did a dramatic reading of it, and I listened to it then, and I don't remember when the second time I read or heard it, but I know there has been twice. It's so dramatic. I will return your first one.
Oh,
No, not
No.
50 Shades. Read My Immortal.
no.
Okay.
I mean,
we have some
that-
there's some standards. This is
Yes.
dumb in a way that makes us work our brains.
My Immortal and 50 Shades of Grey don't do that. And neither
Yeah,
does
they
Twilight.
kill brain cells. They
Yeah.
just kill brain cells.
Are you kidding?
Alrighty.
The dumb movie that's acted out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Indeed, the Emerald City itself might be considered a work of sardonic self-reflection, with its perpetual sunshine, groves of manicured fruit trees, loving ersatz sets, costumed extras roaming the streets, and great and powerful movie moguls hidden behind the scenes, giving the people what they want or telling the people what they already have.
What?
The Emerald
Is watching.
The
Big
Emerald,
Brother.
the Emerald City, the tableau closely plays off industry-orchestrated images of Tinseltown, such as those to which audiences were exposed to pre-feature shots. More generally, the Land of Oz is marked by strongly cinematic valences, what Helen Kim terms as artificial, mediated, or constructed nature,
I don't
as opposed
understand.
to it's a set. He's basically saying all of Oz is a set.
They're showing. Yes, it is. It's a movie.
Of course it's a set. It's a movie, you
They're
God.
showing it off. It's an impressive set, and it's
Yeah.
amazing for its time. We never
Yeah.
had anything.
That
Before.
took 3 words. It's a set.
Yeah, and just like Star Wars looked good for its time, it looked 10 years ahead of everything else that came out around it.
Okay, we're getting a lot of requests for books. Please, I will make a book suggestions to read.
Actually, on the subject of My Immortal, I wonder whatever happened to the person who authored that.
That is an excellent question because nobody really knows who
what they
did
did.
author it.
Actually
There's a
got better.
huge controversy about that, and there are a few different schools of thought.
Hmm.
No one knows who wrote it anymore.
How
Is
about
no
we
one gonna
get
fess
into
up to
that
it?
after we finish the book?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the chapter.
Alrighty. Consider in this light the multitude of ways in which Munchkinland it announces its artifice, the choreographed movements of the characters, which reach their most elaborate choreographed movements of the characters, which reach their most elaborate realization of in the
Which
the
reached.
ensemble.
Stop repeating
choreographed-
words. Stop repeating
sorry.
words,
Sorry.
please.
Sorry.
No, it's
I
okay. It's
missed-
okay. I'm not talking
Yeah.
to you. I'm not talking to
Oh,
you.
no.
I'm talking to Belen.
Oh no, that was my mistake.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Shame on you, Dunn. You're making him look dumber than he actually is.
Wait, he needs help looking dumb?
Okay, so the choreographed movements of the characters, which reach their most elaborate realizations in the ensemble musical numbers, but which are evident even in minor details, such as Dorothy's slow, carefully plotted retreat from Glinda's bubble, the active camera, which paints high over the village, swoops low to exaggerate the Munchkin's tininess, tracks in and out during musical numbers, and snakes through the streets to follow the crowds, thus distinguishing itself as a camera rather than the neutral or even invisible recording device to the stationary medium to long shot in Kansas suggest. The soft lens used in the close-up of Glinda,
I think we found a
audiences-
period in there. Holy crap.
which
I think you actually ended a sentence in there once. Maybe.
no, there's a bunch of semicolons.
What?
Eat
What?
shit!
No, you're using semicolons wrong. And you're an English teacher.
Okay,
That was
so,
one sentence!
Semicolons.
so
It's a
Holy crap.
semicolonoscopy.
oh my goodness. Okay, you need to see this.
Oh,
You need to
God.
see this.
No, you have some post-its so that way you can mark out where the sentence starts and stops. That way you can see it.
Dunn, this
Yeah.
is the type of book where you
This
can
is
take
the
a
end.
highlighter to it.
This
Yeah.
is the beginning, and there's a colon, and then here's the colon, and it stops right there.
Oh, good God.
That is
That is a legitimate run-on sentence.
that's not a sentence. 18 to life is a sentence.
I don't get it. Why does I don't I can't
No.
even.
Like,
I
that's-
know, I
like,
know.
yeah, there are multiple like semicolons here, but I don't like. I never use semicolons, but
Nobody
I-
uses semicolons.
No,
Yeah.
nobody uses semicolons. We use commas.
Semicolons
use-
are outdated.
We
yeah,
use
it's like
commas and periods and exclamation points and question marks. We don't use semicolons.
We
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to the part of what the hell he was talking about, which sounded like he's upset that the camera is filming.
I don't
It's
think
like
he's
at
like.
some point he was
I think-
suggesting that when the Munchkins were performing, they're more animated than when they're doing normal stuff.
I
And
think-
I'm thinking, no shit!
Well, duh. Of course, they're more animate when they're performing.
I don't think he's making a value judgment. I think that he's like I think that in this case he's saying like this is the way that Munchkinland shows its kind of artificial nature deliberately.
You're always
Um,
more animated when you're performing.
Of course
Yeah.
you are.
Take
Also,
this
I'm
from-
reading.
Yeah.
My voice is much more animated when I'm reading dialogue than when I'm reading the stuff between dialogue.
Mhm. Let me finish this sentence. I think it's just like he's just describing stuff.
I've seen
Um,
what this guy thinks is a sentence, so I'll let you finish the sentence.
No,
Oh,
his
yeah, I was
sentences
partway
are more
through.
like paragraphs.
Yeah. Which the transformation of natural objects such as the clamshell that doubles as a carriage or the flowers that sprout from the Munchkin clothing into highly designed decorative motifs. The Munchkin's abnormally high-pitched voice as an obvious recording effect. In broad sense, then the Land of Oz proclaims itself as a film world, avatar of the cinema's technological operations. It's like,
What?
Yeah, Johan has a good question. How the hell did he become an English professor?
Oh,
Yeah.
he dotted lots of I's and crossed lots of T's, if you know what I mean.
He made Johann cuss.
Yeah. Yeah, he made Johan.
Okay.
Oh God, he did. He made Johan cuss.
sorry.
Do us a favor
Terrible.
and mute Mike when you're going to do that.
Please.
What? Sorry.
We can hear you hogging up your loogies, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. It's just terrible.
No.
More importantly, this technological presence is announced in these elements of the film that most powerfully manifest the utopian capabilities of the cinema. J.P. Tellett argues that the invocation of the technological in sci-fi film always carries the potential for demonstrating a film's moviness, of reminding us of the film's technological base.
A
Moviness?
film's moviness?
Of all the $10 words that he uses, he used the word moviness.
Moviness.
Excuse me, I must laugh.
Can't quite focus yet.
A film's moving.
It's,
I don't think moviness is even a word.
well,
Oh wait,
it's-
that's a quote?
Yes, that is a quote.
Okay, so
It's not quite as bad.
it's somebody else being stupid, but still, somebody was stupid enough to use the word moviness, and this guy was dumb enough to think that that was something he wanted to quote.
Results for moviness.
this
In
book,
dictionary.com, there is not one.
the pages of this book are just filled with bookness and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thus, it is noteworthy that numerous effect shots in Oz, shots that patently attract attention to themselves as technical constructs, directly invoke, in Rob Latham's words, the articulations of the cinematic apparatus. For instance, to deposit acid actors within Cyclone superimposes the witch's face on her crystal. The technological crew utilized rear and front projection rather than mattes or double exposures, thereby creating, in effect, miniature films within the film. The most telling evidence.
No.
The most
Only
Well,
in the most rudimentary possible technical way, but no one would think like that.
it's
No
a movie
one
within a
does
movie.
think like that.
It's not exactly Hamlet here.
Dreams within a dreams, people. It's movies within a movie. While we're streaming, while he's writing a book that we're streaming.
Movieception.
We're getting in deep. We're getting in too deep.
Well, thankfully, he's just discussing technical crap, so...
Yeah, well, he can still make an ass of himself.
Yeah.
He has succeeded in that.
Yeah. The most telling instance of this self-reflect... The most telling instance of this self-reflexivity occurs in...
Self-reflexivity.
Yeah.
Self-referential.
You don't want to put a great clip up on your Discord that I think is perfect for this book.
What is it?
It's Pinky from Pinky in the Brain going, you know, every time you open your mouth, weird sounds come out.
Yeah, it's in the memes file.
Yeah. Yeah, let me find something. I have a few. Ew.
Uh,
Yeah, I put one in there that I looked really, really hard for.
Cynthia Herb from Questia says, Bellin writes with clarity and passion, and this book will no doubt be a great aid for both educators and students.
Bull crap. No.
Clarity? Passion maybe, but not clarity.
I gotta actually read some of the reviews on this damn thing.
Okay, we'll read that after.
Yeah.
The projecting footage of Oz's face against the billowing clouds of smoke. The filmmakers linked the technological power in the film with the technological power of the film or of film itself. Well, what? Okay, okay, so it's basically saying the power in the film, i.e. Oz, is reflected and linked to the power of the film itself. What?
I don't
Okay, that makes no sense.
He does
So
magic.
he links the power of film to the power of this film? I still don't get it.
Magic's
Following this argument, then, one might suggest that Oz should be read as Hollywood's complexly self-referential depiction of its own technological base, its critique of government tampering with it in the technology of cinema, and its attempt to shape popular perceptions of the cinema and the state in the film industry's own interests. What? To account fully for the alienating ideology of Oz. However, this reading must be refined somewhat. As for the Oz as Hollywood theory, I have presented it thus far runs the risk of being confused with two theories I decline to introduce: the intelligent and the intentionalist, in this case conspiratorial, and the reflectionist. As such, it is important to clarify that I am not suggesting that the technological discourse of Oz exists because they, the MGM brass director Victor Fleming, the screenwriters, moreover, had a gripe with New Deal planning, technological planning, and consciously enough crafted a project reflecting their disgruntlement.
What?
What are you implying?
There is a potential theory out there that I'm going to completely misinterpret that says that there's not necessarily any reason to believe that this had any meaning whatsoever. But I'm going to do a bunch of extra work to prove that my meaning is there. And by prove, I mean suggest. And by suggest, I mean hit you with vocabulary until you stop moving.
Yeah. Such a conclusion would be flawed in a number of ways. For example, even if the studio heads wanted to make such a project, some of the people involved in production, such as the technical personnel, might have wanted to make something entirely different.
Oh,
And
it's this
more-
argument again. He made the same exact argument about Kong. It's like if one person involved in production meant it, then everybody meant it. What is this? All or
He's
nothing
insane.
bullshit.
He's insane.
Yeah, he is. There's
Yeah, he's a-
no other explanation. I don't want him teaching in any university. I don't want him teaching in school.
Well, I got
Period.
good news for you, Neph.
Hmm?
I went to look for those reviews. Amazon, no customer reviews.
None.
What?
Not
None.
a single one.
That
Faith
makes
in
me so
humanity
happy.
has
We've got to compose a customer review for this, considering that we basically did buy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that at the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do that. Let's do that.
You know what? Let's use his lingo too. We'll make it the most long-winded, absolutely nonsense. And at the very front of it is like, we finished reading this book, so we're going to write exactly how this person writes.
Yes.
I can work on translating it into bullshit for you.
Okay.
The author's many obtuseries.
I think
That's how we
we
can write.
better have a dictionary open too, so we can use all the obscure
Oh.
words we want.
Ooh,
course.
welcome, a newcomer, John
Oh.
Johnson. Welcome.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
That is interesting. Well, we are very happy to have you. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome
We're
to the
reading
insanity.
we're reading a really bad book for the enjoyment of the audience, and we also do topic live streams on writing as well as response streams.
Oh, no.
We do.
Hold on. We got Johan, we got John Limley, and now we got John Johnson. We got too many Johns. We must purge one. No. Welcome, John Johnson. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, welcome.
Please, if you like what we
Please
do
stick
here,
around.
please stick around. We'd love to hear more of your thoughts in the chat. It's always
Yeah.
fun to see new people, and if you'd like to join the Discord, the link is in the description, and please subscribe to the channel for more content if you like what you see here. Dang, this is
Mhm.
fun.
Or more like if you like what we do regularly. This is rather anomalous.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It might become regular considering all the mileage we're getting out of this.
It might be.
Yeah, that's
We
probably
would
because
have
he's
to-
hilariously racist.
We would have to pick hilariously bad books to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
White fragility, do it!
Yeah.
I'm not even that kidding.
The cult of Johan. You have no idea how funny that joke is to me.
Sticks and stones may
This may break your
bones.
words, but words leave psychological wounds that will never heal. Good one, Crow.
Crawling in my feathers.
Continue on.
But more important, such a conclusion would move one away from the role of fantasy film as social ideology, and in particular as a vehicle that both bodies forth and produces dominant assumptions about social insiderhood and outsiderhood. What?
Insiderhood and outsiderhood. You know,
I don't
when I
think those
invented
are
the word
words.
obtusery, that was meant to be a parody.
You came to the wrong hit, son.
Well,
This is
no,
inside good, you know?
obviously he took your words as a challenge.
You
This
outside
man-
better leave.
Apparently, this man is a time traveler. Apparently, this man is a time traveler. As Stephen Heath writes, cinema does not exist in the technological, and then become this or that practice in the social. The soul. Oh, soul. social.
I feel bored. I
Bored.
feel bored also.
Yeah, it's like he's not really saying anything interesting. He hasn't gotten to the bad stuff.
No.
Cinema does not exist in the technological and then become this or that practice in the social. Its history is a history of the technological and social together, a history in which the determinations are not simple but multiple, interacting in which the ideological is there from the start. Everything's political and
Ugh.
events.
If he'd wanted to
Um,
write history film, that's what he should have done.
He's
Yeah.
talking about Wizard of Oz, by the way, John Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's talking about Wizard of Oz. You would
And the New Deal. The Wizard of Oz, the New Deal, class conflict, and Hollywood being anti-tech. Or
This
like-
is
Last
right
chapter,
after-
he was talking about King Kong representing a black guy.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
So John Lemley, Crow tried to find one. He
I tried.
couldn't.
The pirates don't even want this.
Yeah, that's how bad this is.
Yeah. Like I couldn't find a PDF. I had to buy the actual book because I couldn't find it free online.
The only PDFs I was able to find were from sketchy AF sites, and it's like, this is a virus waiting to happen.
Yeah, don't destroy your computer on that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not destroying my computer on this book. Absolutely not.
Don't waste
Yeah.
your money either.
Yeah. And that mechanism, I would argue, is not merely the conservative corporate tech ideology of Hollywood, but the ideology
The
of
conservative
American capital.
ideology of Hollywood?
Hollywood's not conservative. Hollywood has never been conservative.
Run that by. I might have missed something there.
I think I don't understand. We don't either. That's why we're trying to piece together what this madman is thinking.
That's what makes it funny.
It would have
Like, I guess
it would have made more sense had he chosen to link this to Terminator. Any of the Terminator movies.
Yeah, because in
Okay.
the Terminator's case, that actually was a disclosed and expressed theme by the directors, as I recall.
Yeah.
This man is an English professor.
so. Okay, let me skip forward to. I think I'm going to skip forward to the Dragonlord thing just for like a single couple of sentences, just to give people a taste. Okay, in her influential book, The Monstrous Feminine: Film, Feminism, Psychoanalysis.
Putting the psycho in psychoanalysis.
Barbara Creed argues it is the notion of the fecund mother as abyss that is central to Alien. It is the abyss, the cannibalizing black hole from which all life comes, and to which all life returns, is represented in the film as a source of deepest horror. Likewise, Linda Bunston believes the alien literally embodies women's reproductive powers, arousing primal anxieties about women's sexual organs, and the phallic mother of nightmare.
Congratulations, Neph. You're a phallic mother of nightmare.
Wolf will still like you.
Okay, Edge. I love it. Pretty much.
Okay, Edgelord.
Yeah. I wish- It's not that thing is, it's not an edgelord. It's a lady English professor writing that. It's a lady writing that.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's a quote?
Yeah, that's a quote. Sorry.
Most of the book has been quoted.
Like calls to like, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's either a bunch of run-on sentences that last like multiple pages, or it's
Yeah.
quote. It's not even his own work in most cases.
Yeah.
How the
With-
hell did he get this past the publishers? And editing
basically-
staff too.
So basically he's saying that so basically he's saying that Hollywood was conservative back in the day. And this is 2005
No, it wasn't.
before.
It was never
Um,
conservative.
way back in the day, there actually used to be more than they are now. There used to be something of a divide, and the conservatives really hated the communists. And then when the conservatives left, they never, ever, ever went back. Ever.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So I would argue is not merely the conservative corporate ideology of Hollywood, but the ideology of American capitalism itself.
Oh, Lord.
The pervasive
Oh,
underlying.
good God! It's more. Capitalism is bad. Thank you for the $20 super chat.
What does he think capitalism is?
I have no idea. I
Let's
want to know.
let
so we
Dunn
can
read
do-
and find out.
Okay, so yeah, John Lemley, yes. Jurassic Park, yeah, that is exactly what he is arguing. And then John Johnson,
Welcome to the stream.
yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Saurian
welcome,
Cinema.
welcome.
Thank
John,
you for.
You gotta
Saurian-
show this John Johnson guy what a paragraph looks like in this book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this one's perfect. This page is actually perfect.
Why?
Okay, show us. Show us the page. Ah!
Oh my God! Back the book up just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh God! Wow.
Lower the
see
book
his-
to pad. There
Yeah.
you go. Perfect.
Lower it a little bit.
Yeah, lower it.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I see on the left-hand page there are the start of 2 paragraphs. I see
One of
the
them is
start of
quote.
1 paragraph and a quote on the other page.
Yep.
I guarantee it's about 3 sentences.
How can any English professor not be able to write properly?
I
Well,
wish I'm being-
obviously we found one. Novaroma. Obviously.
John Johnson, you are in for a treat, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
We
Thank
apologize
you.
in
Now
advance.
I know which university I need to go burn down. Just joking.
Yeah, the university's already on fire.
Yeah, it's already on fire,
Mhm.
and I can't be bothered to piss on
Yeah.
it.
All right,
Okay.
let's continue.
Okay. In this regard, oh, I missed a sentence. In this regard, just as the Widow's imposing head and booming voice are but smoke screens for the man behind the curtain, the man nobody has seen in not nobody not know how, so is the film itself an example of what talent writing of the World Fair terms a nearly impenetrable wall of images so alluring that we really do not wish to see behind them, to view the mechanism that allow both their artifice and our dreams to converge and flourish.
In other words, nobody wants to see how the sausage is made. You could have just said that.
YouTube has blessed you with the worst book ever.
Yeah.
And the best reading of it, probably.
Yeah.
This book hurts me more than it humors me.
It's
So the humor
much
comes from
higher.
us.
Well, yeah, but you're not watching it for the book. You're watching this for us. That's
Our-
the difference.
Yeah, you already missed fun little gems like the ritual slaughter of King Kong by Machine Gun.
And you missed the wonderfulness that was the introduction.
yeah, Kong is black rapist, or black men are lustful apes.
Yeah.
As Jesus.
That's another thing that was the thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the last chapter has been tame in comparison to the other stuff.
Yeah, join the
Yeah.
Discord to see all the memes.
Yes.
Yeah, the pervasive underlying structure of beliefs that about social order and privilege so deeply ingrained that it normally appears to be invisible, but that underwent such severe strain during the depression that for millions of Americans the promise of a technological utopia became visible as a fantasy, if not outright deception.
Kaneki, I have no brain, but I must to write this.
I am watching.
I'm watching to learn how to write a book. That was the title of the title, right?
Oh my god.
For those disillusioned, outraged Americans, it is perhaps needless to say, Oz has a hopeful word, a comforting fantasy, a promise that with patience and fortitude, they will live to see better days. Consider the following snippet of conversation from the Scarecrow's cornfield. Scarecrow, there goes some of me again. Dorothy, does it hurt you? Oh no,
Does
I
it
just
hurt?
keep. Oh no, Scarecrow. Oh no, I just keep picking it up and putting it back in again. A suggestive exchange for audiences who lost much of themselves in the Depression. These lines submit that no loss is beyond recovery if one will trust in one's strength, wits, and good cheer. In similar
He's
fashion,
talking about reassembling himself. How is that an analogy to putting your money in the stock market and the stock market getting boned?
I don't know.
Because everybody ran the bank simultaneously.
Have you heard of Captain
yes, I have. I did
the
not know that.
moderator for
Oh.
Ballers and Kid East server? He's
Oh.
actual English professor. Don't show him this.
Oh,
You
no.
lose it.
Oh, I now need to talk to him about this. I need
we need to
ask.
find him.
I need to ask him. Hey, will you be? I know you're an English professor. I'm reading a book, terrible book written by another English professor. I'm
on Muller's Discord. I can drop
I am too. Yeah, I've talked to him. I've talked to him briefly, and I need to. Yeah, it's like this. But I know this author is more brainless than the Scarecrow. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I side with the Scarecrow on this one.
Alrighty. In a similar fashion, the Song of the Cowardly Lion, Courage, issues a lyrical challenge to audience members. It's question and answer format. With the question to each answer being courage, literally encourages the audience. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Like N hyphen courage.
No, that's not how you spell encourage.
No, it's like courage, and courage.
He's trying to make a pun, but it's not funny. It's not cringy. It's not.
That's not a pun.
I disagree. It's quite cringy.
That's not a pun.
It's not the right type of cringe when you make a pun. It's meant to be so bad it's funny because of how lame it is. That's how you make puns.
Oh, good God. Oh, poor. Good.
Does he quote the song?
Vaguely.
Ugh.
Why not? He quotes everybody else, and he definitely needs to use somebody else's words instead of his own because he doesn't know how to make them.
This
Heaven
pun
forbid
is not
he uses
Dunny.
something that.
Yeah. Alrighty. You know that Dunny. Well, it is Dunny because Dunny is a toilet in Aussie speak.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Literally encourages the audience to become the answer for which the song calls. In the moments such as these, the film veers away. Courage.
The Courage song. If I only had the courage.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I only had the nerve.
The film veers away from external social answers to those represented by the wizard toward personal attributes that reside within and in the case of the lion, visibly on the individual's breast.
What? Oh, good God. Yeah, it's not self-aware cringe. Self-aware cringe is the funniest.
So basically, what he's saying is the audience is asked to look inside themselves for answers rather than demanding social change. There. That took me 3 seconds.
And a lot less words.
Yeah.
Save a tree. Use proper sentences.
Yeah. Use simple sentences.
Yes,
Like-
simple.
Yeah.
People don't talk like this.
Yeah.
Smart
Yet-
people don't even talk like this.
Oh man, this paragraph continues past the page.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Is this
Yet-
the paragraph we just showed off?
No, this is
Maybe.
a different. No, it's another one.
Oh my god. These words he's using, you don't even get to use them in Scrabble, all right? They're awful.
Yet, if the film renders visual the ideology of pluck to stick-to-itiveness, in doing it, it obscures not only the institutional, systematic problems, technological society, and the cultural animosities and anxieties these breed during the Depression. I don't care.
Yeah, because one, there's no guarantee that there's any word from the director that this is what they meant, and if there was, he failed to provide it. And two, even if that was the point, he wound up being historically vindicated, because that's exactly what wound up getting the U.S. out of the Depression.
Yeah, my
The New Deal
response.
failed.
Yeah, my response to most of what Mr. Bellin is saying is
Just don't fucking care anymore.
yeah, I just don't care anymore.
We still have like what, 4 or 5 chapters of this book?
We have so what we have after this one is we have Monsters from the Middle East, Ray Harryhausen's Sinbad trilogy, Dragon Ladies, fantasy film and family values, Monstrous Minds, fantasy film and mental illness, Seeing Things, The Freak on Film, conclusion, Monsters End. Holy fetch, The Freak on Film is 31 pages.
Oh no! That might take. Well, if
that
this
takes
chapter
Oh.
is, if it's
Same with-
anything like this chapter, it'll probably only take
Oh,
some stories
gosh.
to finish.
Oh gosh. Dragon Ladies is 31 pages.
Oh god.
Is Dragon Lady his Jurassic Park one?
Yep, that's the Jurassic Park one. Jurassic
He
Park and
thinks the
Aliens.
Jurassic Park dinosaurs are dragons?
Dragon Ladies. Like fierce
Because
females. Fierce
Don't get our
called it
hopes
that
up, Don.
because he called it that because every dinosaur on the island was supposed to be female.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know why the ladies. I don't get that it's the dragons. They're not dragons.
I don't
They're
get it
very
either.
different thing.
He also like it's basically just dangerous female.
Dangerous female seeking
Because-
tasty human.
Because he adds aliens. Because he adds aliens, so the alien queen.
Must like mustard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Yet if the film renders visual the ideology of pluck and stick-to-itiveness, and in doing so, it obscures not only institutional, systematic problems within technological society, but cultural animosities and anxieties these bred during the Depression. Whereas I have indicated, simmering beneath the stiff upper lip pronouncements of texts such as Oz was a palpable fear that a society that promised so many wonders and delivered so few to so many was imminently and intimately vulnerable to chaos, class warfare, to evolutionists, the Bolsheviks, the workers, the farmers, rising up against the masters of technological society. What the heck?
The donkeys rising up.
Revolutionary donkey. The
Hollywood's
masses
got-
of
Hol-
no.
It's so stupid. It's like, okay, basically, Hollywood's because of stick-to-itiveness. Hollywood, there was a fear of revolution by the proletariat. There, I fixed your book.
Yeah. And we've been
Yeah.
doing that every single stream.
Not
Really,
every
it's just trying to have fun. This author, yeah, but what if?
John
Yep,
Johnson,
exactly.
we have streams where we do go over good stuff.
Yeah, we
Right?
do. We do. Just
Yes.
wait for tomorrow
We're
or
doing a
check
good
out
one.
yesterday's stream.
Yeah, we actually talk about themes in a way that actually breaks it down somewhat.
Yeah.
Or go
Um,
look at my channel. I cover magicians occasionally.
You'll catch up to me, Crow. I
What are you talking
love you.
about?
I
Bye
love you,
bye,
buddy.
DB.
I love you, buddy. It's fine. I know you'll.
I'm not actually upset or anything, Don. It's just how things happen.
I'm also being.
You had a following before you started.
I'm being very facetious.
I know you are.
Bye bye, DB.
Stupid and don't understand subtext sometimes.
It's fine. You're just not as good as me, I guess. Also, I steal you away, so you're not able to make as much content. So.
Yeah.
I'm milking the competition. It's a secret.
Done.
Oh well, then I'll just leave then.
No, don't leave. Crow, get back
No,
here.
you will not leave.
I am so
No, you will not leave. I am not allowing you to leave. You leave when I tell you to.
anymore.
It's not go yet, so you can't leave.
I can go fight if you want. Okay, I'll change back.
So I guess like we have made the going off of stream the changing room, the metaphorical changing room.
Metaphor.
I like that.
You're disguised, Dr. Crow.
Uh,
She's gonna kill me when she sees that.
Oh, that would be funny. Okay. In response to that fantasized fear, Hollywood took full advantage of its own technological and fantasizing capabilities to mold public opinion. What?
I don't understand.
Basically, Hollywood made propaganda to mold public image. Paul, some of these.
It's oh god, everything is political. I hate when people say that. No, it's not.
Who's
There
the
are-
monster here?
There are 4 more chapters in this book, John Lemley. And we can only get through one a week because we have to stop halfway through because we can only take so much stupid. Though this one's going to be
Yeah.
shorter than the usual, like 3 or 4 hours.
No, everything else has been 3 hours so far.
Yeah. Alrighty. Some of these actions could be transparently clear. In 1934, for instance, to aid in California Republicans in their campaign against socialist gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial. That's the word.
Wait.
Gubernatorial.
That's 1984, right?
No, 1934.
Oh god. No.
Our gubernatorial candidate. What does gubernatorial mean? I've never heard that word.
I think it's like governorship or something. Let me look it up.
Oh.
So I'm not.
I'm a
being dumb.
goofy goober, yeah.
So it's GUBERNATORIAL.
Yeah, governorship. I was right.
Why not just use governorship?
It's actually a political term.
Okay,
It's
fair.
generally well recognized among political circles, which I imagine this guy is in.
Oh, he totally is. MGM loaned out its cameras and extras to film a supposed Okie invasion of the West Coast. What?
What? What
So-
the hell does this have to do with Oz?
I don't know either. More generally, Depression-era Hollywood responded to the hallucinatory threat that helped spawn. It had helped spawn by throwing the weight of its technological power into producing films that thoroughly demean the technological. Films that present displaced persons such as Dorothy and her traveling companions as deluded, pursuing a fruitless technological dream. However, paradoxically, Hollywood wizardry had itself whipped up for them. So basically, it's just Hollywood is lying by putting out fantasies. Great.
Hollywood lied for
Dorothy
conservative.
is a girl who wants to go home. That's what her entire journey is about. She
Alrighty.
wants to go home. She's homesick and she misses her family.
She wanted
That's it.
adventure at the beginning, realized that's not actually what she wanted, and regrets that. Now she's stuck in a magical land because of tornado.
Yes.
Isekai.
The first Western isekai.
You're all a bunch of weebs.
It's an actual term.
I know it is. My eyes want to leave.
You're the one who chose to be here. It might as well be JoJo's Bizarre Politics.
Yeah. In the Day of the Locust, published the same year as The Wizard of Oz was released, the one-time screenwriter Nathaniel West mirrored back these fears of popular revolution in a climactic scene of riot in a Hollywood premiere. Although it was still several hours before the celebrities would arrive, thousands of people had already gathered. The police force would have doubled when the stars started to arrive. At the sight of their heroes and heroines, the crowd would turn demoniac. With
Demoniac?
Yep.
Does he?
Demoniac sounds like a bad D&D villain name that Dungeon Master.
I might
It
have.
sounds like a bad metal band name.
I think it means crazy, just from the context of the.
I'm making a villain named Demoniac now.
How's that spelled?
It's spelled
Demon IAC.
Yeah, Demon IAC. Yeah. It is some little gesture, either too pleasing or too offensive, would start it moving, and then nothing but machine guns would stop it. Individually, the purpose of its members might simply be to get a souvenir, or collectively, it would grab and rend. It was a mistake to think that harmless curiosity seekers. They were savage and bitter, and had been made so by boredom and disappointment. All their lives they had slaved in some kind of dull, heavy labor, behind film desks and counters, in the fields, and at tedious machines of all sort, leaving their pennies and dreamings of the leisure that would be theirs. They realized they had been tricked and burned with resentment. Every day of their lives they read the newspapers and went to the movies. Both fed them on lynchings, murders, sex, crimes, explosions, wrecks, love nests, fires, miracles, revolutions, wars. Nothing could ever be violent enough to taunt their slack minds and bodies. They have been treated and betrayed. They have slaved and saved for nothing.
Kojima called. He wants his bizarre writing back.
Yeah. We have only a little bit left. We could beat this before the 2-hour mark. That's actually pretty good. Not solely in this its Dust Bowl reference does Day of the Locust connect with MGM's musical. However distant Dorothy's pilgrimage to the Emerald City might seem from the lurid nightmarish vision of poor devils who can only be stirred by the promise of miracles and then to violence. Ooh, he said the thing! He dropped the chapter name!
Ooh, yay! Roll credits!
Yeah.
Wait, he dropped the chapter name?
Yeah, the promise of miracles.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a quote,
Wait.
apparently. That's where he got it. One might profitably consider Oz a realization of West's vision. A vision of the poor storming the citadels of technological and cinematic power to demand their share. What?
Johan is just full of sass. Clap, 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 clap. Well done. He didn't even bother to put the emojis in.
Yay!
Meanwhile, our
book,
new
My
my ears
viewers-
want to Perion.
Our new.
This
This is
book.
what we do twice a week.
Yep. It's fun.
I'm loving your reaction.
Yeah. Oz, one might properly. Okay. One might ask, of course, what threat Dorothy, the small and meek, poses to the edifice of economic inequality and its technological base. But yes, we are asking that question.
But if this feels bad, remember this one of Diavolo's
This is
death
one of the. This is one of.
he read this and died afterwards.
Yeah.
I read a book once.
Yeah.
And then you gave up your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
How to become a pretentious hack in a million words. Expansive edition. Unedited. Yes, it is a beautiful space joke.
I guess in
Alrighty.
some cultures this would be considered
Okay.
beautiful.
It is easy enough to see such a threat in West's bleak novel, or in an earlier technological dystopia, the German film Metropolis of 1926, which, much like Oz, was filmed during a period of economic crisis, and also like Oz, is a film of great technical sophistication. In this film, the abused and enraged proletariat, vowing that they will wait for deliverance only a little longer, ultimately smash the machines in which they live in thrall, bringing down the lords of Technotopia in the process. By contrast, Dorothy lacks the power to liquidate technological society. All she possesses is the power of exposure, the power to reveal the man behind the curtain, the workings of capitalist ideology within the nucleus of technological might and authority is a fraud.
Capitalism is not hiding, it's claiming the credit that nobody wants to give it.
He is aware capitalism isn't greed, right?
I
Did
don't
he ever
think
wind
he
up
is.
defining capitalism? Because we were wondering if he did that.
I don't think he ever did.
Of course not.
Funny part is, Dorothy doesn't reveal the wizard behind the curtain. Toto does.
Yeah.
The dog is the
Toto's-
revolutionary.
I remember the dog pulls at the dog pulls the curtain open.
Yep.
So, what did we learn? Anything can be made political if you try hard enough. Yep,
Like
that
you,
sounds like the lesson we're learning. Or the lesson he's trying to teach us.
How to get an A in English Made in China edition.
Yeah. Alrighty. If you really were really great and powerful, she scolds the wizard, you'd keep your promises. But in a sense, Dorothy's power of exposure trumps the power of demolition. Or one might say that the former is the necessary precondition of the latter. Necessary precondition for the latter? Oh my gosh, what is this? I hate this so much.
Oh God, we finally broke done.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay, when the palace guards tells the Emerald City citizens that everything is all right and that they can go home, they meekly obey. They cannot imagine an alternative to Oz's word. Thus, to expose that word, to track ideology to where it hides in plain sight in the configurations, contraptions, and contrivances of capitalist society, and in doing so reveal that despite its promise of prosperity through technological advance, there isn't, as Dorothy says, anything in that black bag for me, is perhaps more decisive in overturning the overturning of capitalist ideology than the violence in Day of the Locust, in which potentially revolutionary energy is leached away through impotent act of desperate adulation. What the heck?
That's one.
I know!
Okay, we got two.
EXE has stopped working. Would you like to stop trying? No, Dun just needs to be rebooted.
Yeah.
It sounds like Dunn has a cold. Are you feeling all right?
No, I'm okay. I'm just
All
like,
right.
this is just like, Why?
Okay, there's two things
Why?
I want to cover in this sentence. That first off, he's calling the Munchkins meek and stuff because the wizard tells them everything's fine, go back to your homes. Yeah, that's what leadership does when bad things are happening. He's talking about the scene after the witch says, "Give me Dorothy or else."
Yeah.
In the sky. Yeah, the Munchkins are scared. The wizard, they turn to the wizard for leadership because he's their leader. He tells them everything's fine, go home, don't worry about it, I'll have it handled. They do because
Yeah.
what leaders are supposed to kind of do. They're supposed to calm the masses.
And they go home because they trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep calm and open carry. Wait, that's not right.
Yeah.
No, it's keep calm and conceal carry.
Thus.
He asked for this, he chose this, and there it is.
Oh dear. Thus, the film's obsessive need to return Dorothy to Kansas, where the revolutionary threat is annealed, if not annulled.
No, that's not.
Death, Neph. This is dead. We are all aware that that's the plot of the movie, that Dorothy wants to go home. But this idiot keeps saying it.
What was that word?
Annealed is annealed, if not annulled. So he's using the word annulled. He does so in this same sentence. So it's weird.
I know what annulled means. What's annealed?
Annealed. ANNEALED.
I know what that word is. I've used it. Ugh.
Nick Brown, man of renown. Keep calm and carry on.
Yeah. Keep calm.
It seems to have something to do with like to heat and then cool. So basically, that stuff that Ash did to Team Rocket's mechs all those times, where it's like the fire attack hits and then the water attack hits and then the armor cracks.
Yeah, it's to heat, to remove or prevent internal stress. And to toughen or temper.
Why not say temper?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the
the reason I know what anneal means is because anneal is part of a name in stuff that I write. So I just went to dictionary to make sure to remind myself.
The monsters of the dominant societal imaginary are cut down to size. So too the film's concluding message of contentment and consequence, as her family and friends throng into the rural retreat of Dorothy's room, crowding the borders of the film frame and thereby barring not only escape to, but awareness of what lies beyond. She approves such sequence by promising, "I'm not going to leave here ever again." Oh my goodness. And in the end, the film restores the technology of alienation, the future of technological power vested in the land of Oz, and in the hands of those whose machines made Oz possible, a sentimentalized pre-industrial heartland reserved or dictated for Dorothy and her kind in the film's audience. Okay, so basically he's likening it to Oz is a utopia beyond which the proletariat cannot get off their reservation.
I don't.
That's what he's saying is the message of this film. That's this whole chapter. He's basically just.
This was a chapter of nothing.
Yeah, like.
What was the point?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he didn't say anything like stupid like he is in the next couple, especially like 31 pages of Jurassic Park and Aliens analysis. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be painful. That's probably gonna take multiple weeks. That might take 4 weeks because we're gonna be laughing our butts off at that one. Like just from the few like quotes I've shared, you were all just busting up laughing.
Excuse me while I sharpen my claws.
Alright.
My cage.
Okay. In this respect, in performing what Art Richard Dyer Iyer terms the musical's function of working through social contradictions in such a way as to manage them to make them seem to disappear. Oz closely corresponds to Max Horkheimer and Theodore Adorno's critique of culture industry. The principle of film dictates that the consumer should be shown all his needs as capable of fulfillment, but that those needs should be so predetermined that he feels himself to be the eternal consumer, the object of the culture industry. Not only does it make him believe that the deception it practices is satisfaction, but it goes further and implies, whatever the state of affairs, he must put up with what is offered. The paradise offered by the cultural industry is the same old drudgery. Both escape and elopement are pre-designed to lead back to the starting point.
Because I didn't make it big in this country, it must be impossible, and the capitalists are at fault, and not my terrible, terrible word choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's your terrible word choice.
Oh man.
How you even got published, I don't know.
Man, a black guy stole my girlfriend and never made it big economically.
Oh, no. If he's an English professor, he should be independently wealthy. Because they are... God, I wish I had his salary.
Professors are highly sought after.
Yes. They are
Okay.
very highly paid.
We are well, paragraph does it. We're half a paragraph away from winning this chapter.
Yay!
Winning chapter.
Are
And
you
we-
winning, son? Oh, I'm on
And
John's
we've only
stream.
been at this for an hour and 46 minutes.
Yeah. Alrighty. To pair the somber polemic of Dialectic of Enlightenment with the vivacious fantasy of The Wizard of Oz may itself seem fantastic, but as I have argued from the start, fantasy and ideology are, in reality, interdependent. No, your arguments have been crap.
Oh.
Like, you have been reaching this whole time at trying to prove your asinine thesis, but the problem is, your asinine thesis is without basis, your arguments are without merit, and your prose is without any measure of clarity or intelligence.
It's purple prose in the worst possible way.
And of all the easy shots you could have taken, you missed them all.
Mm-hmm. Social fantasy at once magnifies and mystifies social ideology. No, it doesn't. You're just weird. Oz is thus a significant film in the fantasy tradition, not only because it so powerfully, but with such apparent seamlessness, renders the culture's dominant ideology at once inevitable and invisible. Inevitable. So basically, it will never stop, and people won't see it. I fixed your book.
Again.
At the same time, oh, go for it, Crow.
I love how we have this new person who just stumbled on our could have been anybody. He's echoing everything we've been saying for weeks now.
Yes. How did this guy get a job as an English professor? That's what I want to know.
He blew flutes and ate boxes. That's the only explanation I have.
I love how well it fits with the expression of that Pokemon. It's like it's reading the book and its eyes just go really wide.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The thing is, Johan asked the same thing earlier in the stream, and I made mention Johan's first language isn't English, and he's better at it than this English professor.
Yep.
Oh my god.
At the same time, its status as a classic has shaped perceptions of fantasy film that function to this day as obstacles to historical and cultural analysis that blunt the impulse to view such films as representatives of the ideology of alienation. So basically, you are raving like an alt-right, saying, the lies of the left are concealing everything from us. They're claiming that these fantasy movies aren't political when they really are. You realize that you sound like an awake alt-righter when you say that, right?
You mean he wasn't woke?
Well, it's like awake alt-righter. Well, like
When a
awake.
newbie, when a newbie and a foreign guy know more than this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
I've seen
Yeah.
Hollow Live VTubers from Japan with a better grasp on the English language.
Yeah.
But for the
Framing monsters, read.
whoa. Okay, this is interesting.
Oh no!
Oh
He got him
dear.
excited.
Oh dear.
He gets excited.
And I just can't hide it.
Yeah.
It gets better. It gets fucking better. Okay.
I hate that crap.
For what are mega hits such as Return of the Jedi, Jurassic Park, and Independence Day, and a host of others, but endless sequels to the tradition pioneered by Oz. Films that marshal multi-million-dollar generating machines and increasingly strident, jam-packed homages to the sheltered enclaves of the pastoral park and bourgeoisie family.
Return of the Jedi? He cited as that? It's a triumph of the guy who came from nowhere.
Yeah. But what if not the same, and what if not the same displaced fears of the monstrous mob can account for the persistence of this duplicitous fantasy? Like its title character in his projection, throne room / projection room, Oz continues to wield the forces of technology in an attempt to impose on its audience a distant and deferential relationship toward the power that lies behind the screen. So basically, what he's saying is the film is enslaving you, and it's teaching you a message of enslavement.
Boy, do I hate being right all the time.
Never mind that in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, there were tons and tons and tons of films through those decades that were all about how Joe McCarthy was unanimously the most evil man in America.
Play the no clip.
Yeah.
No! It's basically only propaganda when this guy's opinion doesn't go through.
Yeah. John Lindley, this was 2005.
Yeah. It's like, this is way pre-crazy woke people.
Yeah, this was...
Although the 2005 is going to make that whole Sinbad and the I'm crying for the Muslim people really reflective.
Oh boy, that's right.
Oh god. This fucking book is foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Is foreshadowing real life. I didn't know that was possible.
Oh,
yeah, I suppose
this is the precursor. This is why this happened, is because of professors like him.
Yeah.
As well as Twitter crazies.
Yeah, these people hate where we live. And everyone else does too.
Well, we're done with the chapter.
Yay!
Pages, can we finish them?
What?
Can we rip out the pages when we're finished with them?
I want to sell it back, and I imagine they will demand their money back. Oh my goodness.
Memes!
No.
Are there memes?
We gotta talk about what the hell that
Oh
was.
yeah, that's right.
Statement at first.
That's right. I believe you had something about conspiracy, Drake, or something.
I may have said something, but I think I've made my case and my point.
All right, I got.
No, you said something about explaining something with theories. Blech.
Oh yeah, it's basically this guy is one of the guys who thinks that if so long as his opinions aren't being pushed, it must be propaganda.
Ah. Yeah, it would not surprise me if you were right.
I think you.
Well, he's saying that I'm right, and I'm not right because I'm so smart. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Yeah, me too.
I thought you would kind of change that around, but I guess that works. The Virgin
It's the other way
Command.
around, John Limley.
Yeah, it's the other
Pay
way
no
around.
attention to the big brother behind the curtain. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Pay no attention to Oni-chan behind the curtain.
Yeah.
The first 2/3 of this chapter was nothing but a vacant history lesson that we have no idea is correct because he does not cite his sources, I assume.
He has not
He
cited
does.
his sources for anything.
I
No.
think he has. I just have like he has cited them. He said like this person said this. This person said this.
But he's not citing where they said that.
Oh, in a couple weeks we're going to be covering Jurassic Park, and it's going
I
to be
wish to never
funny.
see or hear about this book as long as I live. No, stay.
Did
Stay.
not.
Yeah.
Stay.
Or at least come
Good.
back for our fun streams.
Yeah.
Cover
Stay
quick.
for us. Don't stay for us. The book isn't just yeah.
Well, 2 weeks since I think like
Yeah.
next week we're doing School of Movies.
Yeah. Tune in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays if you don't want to deal with this book.
Or the crazies.
It's fun. Because we actually do have fun on. Well, we have fun on all our streams, but we have more fun on the streams where we're not reading framing monsters.
Yeah,
Over
Mr.
reading
Bell.
all that stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Bellin. This describes Mr. Bellin.
Maybe he's just a reckless and irresponsible jackass. You're unhappy with the ending. No, I question your basic writing credentials. This guy isn't a functional adult.
No, subscribe to Done.
No,
Subscribe to Done.
Yeah, stop.
Yes, please subscribe. I would be happy to have you. You made the stream really fun.
You did.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah, I had a clip that I had reserved especially for this. I'm just gonna drop it in the
memes,
Uh,
the memes.
No, I already dropped it in the memes, but it got buried.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this one. Yes, play the clip. Play the clip.
Okay, let me download it. I also have. Well, I have a coincidence clip already. This will make 2
Yeah.
that I have.
Oh, did you already get it?
Well, no, I have. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? I have like 3 things.
Yeah.
I already have like
Coincidence?
this.
I think not.
I've got
Oh.
that. And I've got, and then now that I have this, I guess I can put it up there. Let me see. I think. Let me see. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Let me see. There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Being honest. Oh, okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's totally all right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do like writing things. So maybe we do movie stuff as well.
Well, if
Response videos that we haven't done one in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
response stuff is more what we do on my channel anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
You think not, all right.
Yeah, you got it. I knew I had to find that one, and I did.
Yay for finding it.
Response videos, maybe like pulp culture and stuff, is more what you want. That's usually what we do on my stream, on my channel.
Yep.
I also like to show off magicians and like a bit of extra stuff that other channels don't do.
Yep. Cool. That'd be great. Well, that's all the time that we have for today.
Not even 2 hours. Yay!
Yeah. So I have to say, bye.
Holy shit. Okay, we're going.
Bye, guys.
Nicotine, man. Chicken.